Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Dialogues, the YouTube channel where we learn English through natural, friendly, and useful conversations.
That's right. Welcome, everyone. Today, Anna and I are going to talk about a very important topic, time management.
Time management is something many people struggle with. Students, workers, parents, business owners, and even people who seem very successful can feel that there is never enough time.
Exactly. We all have 24 hours in a day, but some people use those hours more wisely than others. So today, we will talk about how to plan your time, avoid procrastination, stay focused, and still enjoy your life.
I like that you said, still enjoy your life. Because time management is not about filling every minute with work.
Yes, definitely not. Good time management should help us feel calmer, not more stressed.
So, Mark, let me ask you first. Do you think you are good at managing your time?
I would say I am better than before, but I am not perfect. In the past, I often left tasks until the last minute. I thought pressure made me productive, but actually, it made me tired and nervous.
I understand that. Many people believe they work best under pressure, but sometimes they are just used to panic.
That is a very honest way to say it. I used to start an assignment the night before the deadline. I would drink coffee, stay awake late, and tell myself, I am doing my best. But honestly, I had simply delayed the work.
Procrastination can feel comfortable at first because we avoid something difficult. But later, it becomes stressful because the task is still waiting for us.
Exactly. Procrastination is like borrowing time from your future self. Your present self feels relaxed, but your future self has to pay the price.
That is a great expression, borrowing time from your future self. I think many learners can remember that.
Thanks. What about you, Anna? Are you naturally organized?
Not naturally. I used to be very messy with time. I wrote long to-do lists, but I did not decide what was truly important. So I was busy all day, but at night, I felt like I had achieved very little.
That sounds familiar. Being busy and being productive are not the same thing.
Exactly. Busy means you are doing many things. Productive means you are doing the right things.
That is an important difference. Sometimes people answer emails, check messages, clean their desk, and organize small things, but they avoid the main task.
Yes, small tasks can make us feel active, but they do not always move us forward. I learned that I need to prioritize.
Prioritize is a very useful word. It means to decide which tasks are most important and do those first.
Right. If everything is important, then nothing is truly important.
So how do you prioritize your tasks now?
I usually ask myself 3 questions. First, what is urgent? Second, what is important? Third, what will create the biggest result if I do it today?
I like those questions. They help you think clearly instead of just reacting to everything.
Yes. For example, replying to a message may feel urgent because my phone makes a sound, but preparing for an important presentation may be more valuable.
That is a common problem. Notifications make everything feel urgent.
True. Our phones are useful, but they can also steal our attention. One notification can break your focus.
And after you lose focus, it takes time to return to deep work.
Deep work means focused work without distraction. It is when your mind is fully involved in one meaningful task.
I think deep work is becoming harder because we are surrounded by distractions. Social media, messages, videos, news, games, and endless information are always available.
That is why time management is also attention management. It is not only about the clock. It is about where your mind goes.
That is powerful. You can sit at your desk for 3 hours, but if your attention is everywhere, the result may be poor.
Exactly. Sometimes one focused hour is better than 3 distracted hours.
So what do you do when you need to focus?
I put my phone away, close unnecessary tabs on my computer, and choose one task. Then I set a timer for 20, 5 or 30 minutes.
That sounds like the Pomodoro technique.
Yes. The Pomodoro technique is simple. You work for a short period, usually 25 minutes, then take a short break. After several rounds, you take a longer break.
I have tried that method, and it works well for tasks that feel boring or difficult. 25 minutes feels possible.
Exactly. When a task feels huge, our brain wants to escape. But when we say, I only need to focus for 25 minutes, it feels easier to begin.
Starting is often the hardest part.
Yes. Once you start, you often continue. Motivation usually comes after action, not before action.
That is so true. Many people wait until they feel motivated. But if they wait too long, nothing happens.
Action creates energy. Even a small step can change your mood.
For example, if you need to write an essay, you can begin with only one paragraph. If you need to clean your room, you can begin with one corner. If you need to study English, you can begin with 5 new words.
Small steps are powerful because they reduce resistance. Resistance means the inner feeling that says, I do not want to do this.
I feel that resistance when I have to do paperwork.
Me too. Paperwork can feel endless, but I try to make it specific. Instead of writing, do paperwork, I write, complete the first form, or organize receipts for 15 minutes.
That is a useful tip. A vague task is harder to start. A clear task is easier to complete.
Exactly. Study English is too broad. Review 10 vocabulary words and write 5 sentences is clearer.
So, good time management also means turning big goals into small, clear actions.
Yes, big goals inspire us, but small actions guide us.
Let's talk about planning. Do you plan your day in the morning or the night before?
I prefer planning the night before. Before I go to bed, I choose 3 main tasks for the next day.
Only
Yes, 3 important tasks. I may do more, but 3 is my focus. If I choose 10 main tasks, I usually feel overwhelmed.
overwhelmed means feeling like there is too much to handle.
Exactly. A long to-do list can look impressive, but it can also create pressure. When I choose 3 priorities, my day feels more manageable.
I usually plan in the morning, but I like the idea of planning at night. It helps you wake up with direction.
Yes. When I wake up, I do not need to waste energy deciding what to do first.
Decision fatigue is real. When we make too many small decisions, our mind becomes tired.
That is why routines are useful. A routine removes unnecessary decisions.
For example, if you have a morning routine, you do not need to ask, "What should I do now?" You already know.
Exactly. My morning routine is simple. I drink water, stretch for a few minutes, check my plan, and start my first important task before checking social media.
Starting the day without social media is difficult, but it can make a big difference.
It really can. If I check social media first, my mind becomes noisy. I start comparing myself to others or thinking about things that are not important.
Social media is designed to keep our attention, so we need boundaries.
Boundaries are limits that protect your time and energy.
One boundary I use is turning off non-essential notifications.
That is smart. Not every app needs permission to interrupt your life.
Exactly. Another boundary is checking messages at certain times instead of all day.
That helps a lot. Of course, some jobs require quick replies, but many messages can wait.
Time management is also about saying no.
That is important. Many people lose time because they say yes to everything.
Saying no can feel uncomfortable, especially if you do not want to disappoint people.
True, but every time you say yes to one thing, you say no to something else.
For example, if you say yes to an unnecessary meeting, you may say no to exercise, rest, or important work.
Exactly. A polite no can protect your priorities.
What is a polite way to say no?
You can say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I cannot take this on right now." Or, "I would like to help, but my schedule is full this week."
Those are useful phrases. They are respectful but clear.
Yes, you do not always need a long explanation. A simple and kind answer is enough.
Let's talk about deadlines. Some people are afraid of deadlines, but deadlines can actually help us.
Definitely. A deadline gives a task structure. Without a deadline, a task can continue forever.
That happens to me when I want to improve something. I keep editing and editing because I want it to be perfect.
Perfectionism can waste time. It tells us, this is not good enough yet, even when the work is already useful.
So sometimes done is better than perfect.
Yes, of course, quality matters, but perfection is often impossible. We need to know when to finish.
That reminds me of Parkinson's law.
Good point. Parkinson's law says that work expands to fill the time available for its completion.
In simple words, if you give yourself a whole day to do a 2-hour task, the task may take the whole day.
Exactly. That is why setting a time limit can be helpful.
For example, instead of saying, I will clean the kitchen today. You can say, I will clean the kitchen from 3 to 4.
Yes. A clear time block gives your task a beginning and an end.
Time blocking is one of my favorite methods. I put tasks into my calendar like appointments.
That is helpful because it makes your plan visible. You can see if your day is realistic.
Realistic is a key word. Many people make plans that look perfect on paper, but are impossible in real life.
Yes. They forget to include breaks, meals, travel time, or unexpected problems.
A good schedule needs empty space.
I agree. Empty space is not wasted time. It is protection.
Protection against traffic, delays, phone calls, tiredness, and life in general.
Exactly. If your schedule is too tight, one small problem can ruin the whole day.
So flexibility is part of good time management.
Yes. Some people think time management means controlling everything, but life cannot be controlled completely.
A flexible plan is better than a perfect plan that breaks easily.
Well said. You need direction, but you also need space to adjust.
Let's talk about energy. Do you think time management is connected to energy management?
Absolutely. We do not have the same energy all day. Some people focus best in the morning. Others feel more creative at night.
I am definitely a morning person. My brain works better before lunch.
Then you should do your most difficult tasks in the morning.
I try to. I call that my golden time.
I like that phrase, golden time. It means the time when your energy and focus are strongest.
What about you?
I focus well in the late morning and early afternoon. So I try to avoid scheduling too many meetings during that time.
That makes sense. If possible, we should match important tasks with high energy periods.
Yes. Do difficult work when your mind is fresh. Do easier tasks when your energy is lower.
For example, I write reports in the morning and answer simple emails in the afternoon.
That is a smart system. It respects your natural rhythm.
Sleep is also important. When I do not sleep enough, I need more time to finish simple tasks.
Exactly. Lack of sleep makes concentration harder. You may spend 3 hours doing something that normally takes 1 hour.
So sleeping is not lazy, it is part of productivity.
Yes, rest is not the enemy of success. Rest supports success.
That is something many students need to hear. Studying all night before an exam may feel responsible, but it can reduce memory and focus.
It is better to study regularly in smaller sessions than to study everything at the last minute.
Consistency beats panic.
Beautifully said. Consistency means doing something regularly over time.
If you study English for 20 minutes every day, you may improve more than studying for 5 hours once a month.
That is because regular practice builds a habit.
Habits are powerful because they reduce effort. When something becomes a habit, you do not need to fight yourself every time.
True, but building a habit takes time. At first, it may feel uncomfortable.
That is why we should start small.
Yes. If you want to read more books, start with 2 pages a day. If you want to exercise, start with 5 minutes. If you want to manage time better, start by planning tomorrow.
Small habits are easier to keep, and once they become normal, you can grow them.
Another important idea is reviewing your week.
What do you mean by reviewing your week?
At the end of the week, I ask myself, what went well? What wasted my time? What should I change next week?
That is useful. Without review, we repeat the same mistakes.
Exactly. Review helps us improve our system.
Time management is not only a personal skill, it is also a system.
Yes. A system is a set of habits, tools, and rules that help you act more easily.
For example, using a calendar is a system. Preparing your clothes the night before is a system. Keeping your study materials in one place is a system.
Good examples. A strong system helps you even when your motivation is low.
Because motivation changes, but a system can stay.
Exactly. We should not depend only on mood.
Let's give our listeners a practical example. Imagine a student named Lily. She has school, homework, English practice, housework, and she also wants time for friends.
Lily feels busy every day, but she often studies late at night. She is tired, and she thinks, I have no time.
What should Lily do first?
First, she should write down everything she needs to do. Not to scare herself, but to see the full picture.
Then she should choose priorities.
Yes. Maybe her top priorities are finishing homework, preparing for an exam, and practicing English speaking.
Then she can create time blocks. For example, homework from 5 to 6, dinner and rest from 6 to 7, English practice from 7 to 7:30.
And she should include breaks. A break is not a failure. It helps her continue.
She should also reduce distractions. Maybe she puts her phone in another room while studying.
And if she feels tired, she can use a short focus session. Just 20 minutes of study is better than 1 hour of pretending to study.
Pretending to study is very common. The book is open, the pen is there, but the mind is on the phone.
Yes, we have all done that.
What about someone who works full-time?
For a worker, time management may mean protecting focus at work and protecting personal time after work.
That second part is important. Some people manage work time well, but they forget to manage rest time.
Yes, if you never stop working, you may burn out.
Burnout means deep mental and physical tiredness caused by too much stress for too long.
To avoid burnout, we need recovery time. Recovery means time to rest, sleep, move our body, connect with people, and enjoy life.
So a balanced schedule includes work, rest, health, relationships, and personal growth.
Exactly. Time management is not about becoming a machine. It is about living with intention.
Living with intention means making choices on purpose, not just reacting to everything around you.
That is a beautiful definition.
Thank you. Now, what are some common time management mistakes?
The first mistake is planning too much.
Yes. Some people fill their schedule from morning to night and then feel guilty when they cannot finish everything.
The second mistake is not knowing how long tasks really take.
That is true. We often think, this will take 10 minutes, but it takes 40 minutes.
The third mistake is multitasking.
Many people think multitasking saves time, but often it reduces quality and increases mistakes.
Our brain is not always good at doing many complex things at once. Switching between tasks costs energy.
So single tasking is often better.
Yes, give one task your full attention, finish it, then move to the next.
What is the fourth mistake?
Not taking breaks.
Some people believe breaks are a waste of time.
But smart breaks can improve focus. A short walk, stretching, breathing deeply, or drinking water can refresh your mind.
The fifth mistake might be ignoring personal values.
That is a deep one. Explain it.
Well, if you say family is important, but your schedule never includes family time, there is a conflict. If you say health is important, but you never sleep or exercise, your schedule does not match your values.
That is very true. Your calendar shows what you actually prioritize.
Sometimes that is uncomfortable to see.
But it is also helpful. Once you notice the gap, you can change it.
Let's talk about tools. Do you prefer paper planners or digital calendars?
I use both. I like a digital calendar for appointments because it gives reminders. But I like paper for daily priorities because writing by hand helps me think.
I mostly use digital tools. I like calendar apps, reminder apps, and notes apps.
Tools are helpful, but the tool is not the solution by itself.
Right. Buying a beautiful planner does not automatically make you organized.
Exactly. The best tool is the one you actually use.
Simple is usually better. If a system is too complicated, people stop using it.
I agree. A simple daily plan can be enough: 3 priorities, time blocks, and a short review.
Let's give our listeners some useful English phrases about time management.
Good idea. The first phrase is, I need to prioritize my tasks.
Another phrase is, I am trying to avoid procrastination.
You can also say, I blocked out 2 hours for focused work.
Or, I have a tight schedule today.
A tight schedule means you have many things planned and not much free time.
Another useful phrase is, I need to make better use of my time.
And, I am setting boundaries to protect my time.
These phrases are great for daily conversations, work, school, and self-improvement topics.
Now, Mark, what is one time management habit that changed your life?
Planning my next day before I sleep. It sounds simple, but it reduces stress. I wake up knowing what matters.
That is a great habit. For me, the biggest change was doing the most important task first.
Before checking messages.
Yes, before checking messages whenever possible. If I finish one meaningful task early, the whole day feels better.
That gives you confidence.
Exactly. Progress creates confidence.
I think time management is also connected to self-respect.
Interesting. What do you mean?
When you respect your time, you respect your life. You understand that your time is limited, so you use it carefully.
That is very meaningful. Time is one thing we cannot get back.
Money can be earned again. Energy can return after rest. But yesterday's time is gone.
That sounds serious, but it is also motivating. It reminds us to live more consciously.
Yes, time management is not about fear. It is about freedom.
Freedom to work well, rest well, learn well, and enjoy life.
Freedom to choose what matters instead of letting distractions choose for you.
That is a wonderful way to end our main discussion.
Before we finish, let's summarize the key ideas for our listeners.
First, being busy is not the same as being productive. Focus on what matters most.
Second, prioritize your tasks. Choose a few important things instead of trying to do everything.
Third, avoid procrastination by starting small. A short focus session can help you begin.
Fourth, protect your attention. Reduce distractions, turn off unnecessary notifications, and create boundaries.
Fifth, plan realistically. Include breaks, rest, and empty space in your schedule.
Sixth, manage your energy, not only your time. Do difficult tasks when your mind is fresh.
Seventh, review your week. Learn from your experience and improve your system.
And finally, remember that good time management should help you feel calmer, clearer, and more in control.
Thank you for listening to Daily English Dialogues. We hope today's conversation helped you learn useful English and think about how to manage your time better.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like this video, leave a comment, and tell us one time management habit you want to try.
And don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Dialogues for more friendly English conversations.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember your time is valuable.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.